everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a true crime documentary series called Perfect Wife: The Mysterious Disappearance of Sherri Papini. Sherri Papini, a 32-year-old wife and mother, went missing in 2016. Her husband Keith reported her disappearance after finding her cell phone and earbuds with strands of her blonde hair. The detective questioned Keith and administered a lie detector test, which he passed. However, some of the couple's friends and neighbors alleged that Keith had threatened Sherri. New information surfaced indicated that Sherri had been messaging a man named Donovan, whom she had met 5 years ago, planned to meet but never did. There were speculations that Sherri had either been kidnapped by a stranger or had ran away. Sherri was found 22 days later, badly bruised and tortured. She initially refused to speak to the police, referring to talk to only to her husband. Sherri claimed that her kidnapper, two Hispanic women, told her that the police were involved in her kidnapping. However, in earlier episodes of the investigation, she had already told the detectives what happened. Keith doubted her story, believing that Sherri was capable of harming herself and citing past incidents. Even her best friend described Sherri as someone prone to overreacting. Sherri's story seems suspicious, but the physical evidence of her bruises suggested she has been kidnapped and abused. For nearly 6 years, Sherri maintained her story. However, it was eventually revealed to be a fabrication. Sherri's ex-boyfriend James was the person that helped Sherri regarding the incident. In 2022, Sherri pleaded guilty of faking her disappearance and lying to the FBI. She was sentenced to 18 months in prison and released in 2023, I believe. On April the 12th, 2022, she was charged with 34 counts of mail fraud and 1 count of making false statements. As per the Department of Justice, the mail fraud charges stemmed from her receiving over $30,000 from the Victim Compensation Board between 2017 and 2021. A few days later, Keith Papini filed for divorce and sought solo custody of their children, according to court records obtained by NBC News. Sherri pleaded guilty to a single count of mail fraud, 1 count of making false statements. As part of her plea agreement, she was required to pay $300,000 in restitution to multiple government agencies, including $127,000 of the Social Security Administration and about $148,000 to the Shiesty County Sheriff's Office. In September 2022, she was sentenced for 18 months in prison, followed by 36 months of supervised release. Sherri's false claims implicated the Hispanic community, as she lied about being kidnapped by Hispanic women. This series kind of pissed me off, okay, from the beginning to end, from episode 1, 2, and 3. In the beginning of the first episode, you'll think that it was the husband was the one that, that hurt his wife. The way he was just crying, fidgeting, moving around, and it seemed like it was kind of fake dealing with his persona. And then just to turn out that Sherri was the one that did it herself and made up a bullshit story about 2 Hispanic women kidnapping her. I knew it was a lie. The moment she said she only wanted to talk to her husband, she didn't want to talk to the police of what happened. And then to see the bruises, the chains and things like that, it was just like, you really went all out for this. You had your family looking for you. You had your husband looking for you. They're on national news, the media, and you did something stupid like this. And I feel like 18 months in prison wasn't enough. I'm just going to be honest. The document series on this case had a good plot twist, but it could have been considered maybe a 90-minute documentary rather than a series. Y'all let me know what you thought about the docuseries. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, and until then, see you later.